Talk to me a little bit about the concept of truth capital then. I know it's something that you've spoken about at the crypto panel we had a few weeks ago, and it's something that I think is important to your philosophy of the business and what you're doing. What is it and what does it mean?
So truth capital is, as I see it, is it's the ability to stake capital. And so I'm really talking about a world in which we move to proof of stake away from proof of work. By the way, that is controversial in itself, and I'll come on to that later. It's hugely controversial, proof of stake. But if it works, it's quite a neat way to allow people to put capital up against simply record keeping, dispassionate record keeping. So I was saying, earlier, in a proof of stake world, you'll send your ether to a node. It's actually called a validator, but it's like a node. And if it behaves well and attests correctly to the events on the chain, then you'll get a return on that capital. So that's why it's like capital. You've actually got a claim on genuine economics. That those economics are being paid by people who want space on a block. They're people like CreditMint who are going to issue loans, and those loans need to be traded. That's going to cost gas, and that's going to be transaction fees paid across a block. So it's like capital in the sense that if that node misbehaves, for example, if I bought equity in Shell and it turns out Shell actually is a rubbish company and tanks, then I'm going to suffer for that if I back a node that's not behaving correctly. So it's another form of capital. In some ways it's not different in its basic innovation to equity or debt or whatever. It feels like a fresh asset class, but it observes all of the old rules of capital.